We assume there's something there. You probably feel to be there, listening to me. There's a you behind your eyes. But it's not until you turn and look for that you look for it, what do you find? Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. You can be lying down even if that works for you. You can find a chair. Rocking chair is really nice. Whatever it is, just find something that's comfortable for you, where you don't feel like you have to shift or move around too much. This is also an open eye meditation practice. We don't close our eyes here because really we're trying to blur the line between a formal meditation practice and our so-called rest of our day, or the rest of our life. You know, we separate everything in our life. We go to the gym, we go to school, then we have the rest of our day. We go to work, we got the rest of our day. We don't want meditation to be like that. We don't want meditation to be this thing that we do over here, and then we go on for the rest of our life. Meditation is a complete reorientation of our entire life. And so another way of saying that is that meditation never ends. And during our day, our eyes are open. So if we're practicing with our eyes open, then we can always find it available to just be present, to just meditate. We don't need the perfect conditions. We don't need to go away from people to do it. It's a consistent thing. Kind of like what Christians say is constant prayer, praying constantly. It's kind of the same idea, although not preaching religion here. But if your eyes, well, actually, if you've learned to practice with your eyes closed, please feel free to do so. You can close your eyes. It's totally fine. There's no hindrance here. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just drop them a little bit below you. We're not staring or analyzing anything. We're also not blurry or fuzzy. We just have a nice light gaze downward, not looking at anything in particular. Your body is in a comfortable seated position. Your eyes are open and down. The mind is always thinking, always running here and there, worried about the past, worried about the future. It doesn't stop. And many of us think that we sit down here to meditate in order to stop thinking, in order to shut our minds off so we can be happy, or to find peace within. But the truth is that you cannot stop your thoughts. In fact, you don't have to. Meditation is a matter of attention. Because usually our attention is in the stream of thoughts. And so we believe that we are the ones who think. But we're not. Thoughts happen all by themselves. So meditation isn't about stopping thinking. but it's just about leaving our thoughts alone, ceasing to be bamboozled by them, ceasing to take them so seriously. And we do this by paying attention to the moment as it is. And one of the easiest things to pay attention to is breathing. We don't shut off our mind. We leave our mind and rest in something that only happens now. So find your breath wherever you feel it the most. Some people feel it in the tip of their nose. Others feel it in their chest or the solar plexus. And many feel it more predominantly in the lower belly, below the navel. Wherever you feel your breath the most, just bring your attention to it. Follow the sensations of the breath. We're not thinking about the breath. We're just noticing the breath with a light awareness. As the breath comes in, notice how the chest, the lower belly, and the abdomen expand. And as the breath departs, notice these areas contract. Just stay with it and rest. And it's likely I'm catching you right now in the middle of a thought. You were planning, worried about work, remembering some video, whatever. When you notice that you're lost in thinking, you're thinking about something, recognize that you no longer are paying attention to the sensations of the breath. This isn't a failure. This is the practice. in the beginning. So when you notice your thinking, simply return to the sensations of breathing. Not forcefully, but gently. And again, I'm probably catching you thinking about something, and this is okay. Gently return to breathing. Come back. Come back to breathing. We're not ignoring our thoughts. We're letting them happen. Only our attention rests with the breath. Let thoughts come and go as they please. Let your mind think what it wants to. Just simply remain with the breath. Leave your mind. Rest with breathing. Are you thinking? Are you lost in some thought? Instead of returning to the breath here, find what gets lost in thought. In the same way you find the breath, with your attention, find the one who is lost in thinking. Can you see anything? What notices thoughts? What gets lost in them? What sees breathing? What hears this voice? Look carefully and rest. right, you can look at the screen. I hate to say this because it's a little bit of a mistake. We can say that meditation, the whole practice, has two parts. And I try in these videos to share with you both of those pieces. But one is dualistic. That's the first part. And the other is non-dualistic. That's the second part. Dualistic is probably most of you, where there's someone here watching this video who decides to sit down and follow the instruction of me to direct their attention. So to direct their attention towards breathing instead of thoughts. So it feels like there's someone doing this action, right? There's someone directing attention. And when we practice this way, we develop an affinity for what it's like to not be lost in thought. We learn to leave thinking alone, and then we can just see what we are and what is right here without the veil of thinking. Now, this is usually called mindfulness. And it's dual because you're there doing it. There's a meditator. Now, the non-dual piece, see, dual means two. Non-dual means not even one, but neither. The non-dual piece is when we have sufficiently understood what it's like to leave thinking alone. Then we ask, not with words, really with our attention, what gets lost in thought? When we notice we're thinking, what is that is actually being lost? What am I? And when we turn this view, because we assume there's something there. Like right now, you probably feel to be there listening to me. There's a you behind your eyes. But it's not until you turn and look for that you that you feel to be, this little center of consciousness. You look for it. What do you find? I'll give the answer away. This is why it's all a mistake. There's nothing there. And there never was. It was just more thinking. There was an assumption. I'm listening to a video. I'm tired. I'm angry. I have goals. I was born here. I will die there. I, me. It's an assumption. So when we turn and look for this I, this me, we don't see anything. If we just stay, we stay right there. Thinking, like my teacher would do this. He goes, thinking can't go there. Your thinking can't go there. So what's this? Thinking can't touch it, but it's you. Not a separate you. And this is the non-dual. And this is really the purpose of meditation, if there is to say there is a purpose. Really, there's no purpose, because there's no you. Meditation is coming home and leaving the mind. We go out through a day and we're thinking hard, we have hard thinking about this, thinking about that, I need to get here, I need to get there, so we feel to be this thing. But this kitty, this little cat that just walked off, doesn't have this I, doesn't have this me of worry, problems, struggles. Just is. Well, you don't really see a depressed cat. Now, of course, there's always exceptions. But meditation is finding out in an uncanny way that what you think you are is just a thought. It's not there. Thank you for showing up today and showing up for your life. I'll see you tomorrow.